Hi, how are you? I guess it's a bit late today. I know, um, but the sun is still there, so it's kind of bright. So, how are you? Um, Seems like the numbers are stabilizing, isn't it? So, that's good news. So, today's topic is don't do what makes you happy. So, it's then do what, right? Don't do what makes you happy. I guess it's a very uh, it's a it's a bold statement. Don't do what makes you happy. Why? Why would I say that? Why would I say don't do what makes you happy? So I just heard something on YouTube by a guy called he's an actor called Charlie Day, and he gave a speech, and that's what he said. He said, "Don't do what makes you happy." Um, well, I'm not going to say the next thing. But I guess we tend to want to think and we tend to want to do things that make us happy, which I guess is the right thing to do, isn't it? Do what makes you happy. Uh, I guess most people will agree with do what makes you happy. Um, and I say it too. I say to my kids, do what makes you happy. And I say it to my friends, do what makes you happy. And but why do I say it this time? Don't do what makes you happy. I guess the next sentence probably would make more sense. Okay, because there must be something even better than happy that you would be willing to do, isn't it? If you're not going to do what makes you happy, then what are you going to do? So the whole thing is, don't do what makes you happy. Do what makes you great. Great. Do what makes you great. Don't do what makes you happy. Do what makes you great. So I thought that was really cool, and I think a lot of people, me included, we go and look for happiness in a sense. We do things that make us happy, and I think we are happy if we do the things that make us happy. For example, if I read a book, I'm happy. And if I work hard, I'm happy because the results are like that. And I think that those are fine; those are good. But I think there's another area to talk about, in the sense that sometimes things that make us happy are things we want to avoid. So, for example, if I don't like to read, and if I read, I'm unhappy, then I'd rather not do it because, since it won't make me happy, so don't do it, right? But I think that reading the book will give me more information, more knowledge, ultimately will make me to be a better person. And if I want that, and that's my definition of great, then I should do that, isn't it? So I guess it's kind of heavy. I think some people would not like the statement because they believe in doing things that make you happy. But I think do things that make you great, I think would be something that we can all kind of have a change in perspective a little bit. That means that don't do things that are easy because it's make you happy. But we avoid doing things that make us unhappy. So, for example, if you're in sales, talk to more people. If you're at a job, probably write more papers or I don't know, work longer hours or something to create the results you want. Or probably if you are in a business, you probably would think of more creative areas to earn more money or have promotions or something like that. So and I think that the driving word is do what makes you great. So a lot of things that make us great are the things we don't want to do, like like sleeping earlier, waking up earlier, reading books, going for training, talking to more people, prospecting, calling more people. Those are things that will make us great because you're going to produce results, but yet it's not going to immediately give us happiness. So if we go on and do things that make us happy, then we're gonna miss out on those things that will make us great. So don't do things that make you happy. Do things that make you great. So I think it's a good reminder for myself as well to not avoid, the hard things, not avoid rejection, don't avoid facing up to problems, facing up to challenges. Don't avoid the tough things. Don't avoid people saying no. Don't avoid, the hard work that you need to put in, because that will lead to greatness. Because if we go for happy, like I want to be happy, then there's many things you don't have to do to be happy. It means I don't have to face more rejections. I don't have to face more challenges. I don't have to work harder. In the short term, you're not going to be, you will be happy. But I figured in the long term, it's going to suck, isn't it? It's going to in the long term, it depends on what you want. If what you want is there, that's fine. But if you want something even more, then you really have to pay the price. You gotta have to sacrifice. You gotta have to do what you need to do to become great, rather than do something to be happy. All right. So I'm not too sure if that makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me. But some people may find, may push against this and say, oh no, I want to do what makes me happy. I think there's truth to that. And don't do what makes you happy, do what makes you great is what we're talking about today. So aim for tough things to do, aim for things that are challenging, aim for things that push your potential, that make you sweat, bleed, tear, because those are the things that will make you great. Because every great person didn't become great just like that. They had to do stuff, and they had to delay certain gratification of short-term happiness for that long-term greatness. Yeah, that sounds cool. So they delayed short-term happiness for long-term greatness. But again, that's really what you want. If that's not what you want, then that's okay. Seek anything that makes you happy. But for I think those who want to be great, then I think this fits you. To don't do what makes you happy, do what makes you great. Find those things, face those objections, face those challenges. Sweat, cry, tear, bleed, fall down, get up. All those things, because that's what makes you great. It does. There are many things I would have done to make things easy in the short term, but I know that in the long term, I would regret. I would say, oh shit, I should have done that, or I should, But I think throughout my journey in entrepreneurial business, doing network marketing, I'm glad I took the road less traveled. So the challenging times, because it builds you up. It strengthens you, right? Your mindset, your determination, your dreams, your focus, and to be able to share that with the team and people who want to pursue that as well. So you probably need that experience or expertise. So hey, nothing against anybody who just wants to be happy, which is probably fine. But my advice, and together with what Charlie Day says, is don't do things that make you happy. Do things that make you great. Okay? So thank you for joining in today. I think this is a cool thought to have. Hi, Cicely. And hi, Chris. How you doing? And seek out those challenges. Seek out those tough things. Seek out, those pains. Those the hard work needed, because that's the process of greatness. Okay. Another way of saying it was, don't just look for success. Look for significance, isn't it? Success is yourself. You can be successful, but significance is that you're helping other people also to become a success as well. So along the same lines. All right. So anyway, hi May, how are you? So those are things that are important. I think those are a good discussion sometimes. That we Don't look for things that are short term make you happy. Look for the long term that makes you great. All right. So have a fantastic day. Stay safe and stay healthy, fit. Get some vitamin D from the sun. Pray for Earth, and hug everybody as tight as you can. Those that you can. All right. So I'll see you in a couple of days. Bye bye. Hi, Titei.